Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking you to listen because I am warning you. Do not dare scroll past this message. What I am about to expose was sealed in the courts of heaven until this exact second. You are currently standing at the most dangerous intersection of your life, and the enemy has set a massive trap disguised as your everyday reality. He is trying to buy something from you for pennies, but you carry a forbidden gift worth trillions. He is trying to convince you that you are worthless and stuck. He amplifies your fear because he knows he cannot actually steal your gift, so he can only hope you sabotage it yourself. I need you to lock your attention right now. If you leave before the end, you will miss the one divine instruction that could determine the next decade of your life. I am going to reveal exactly what this forbidden gift is. Take a deep breath and really hear this. That quiet exhaustion you have been carrying in your bones is not normal. You have spent months wondering why you feel so incredibly drained, and the atmosphere around you feels heavy. Your finances feel like they are constantly hitting a brass ceiling. You thought it was depression, or maybe just bad luck. You thought you were simply failing at life. But let me reframe your reality right now. That is not anxiety or personal failure. That is intense spiritual warfare. Your spirit has been working overtime fighting unseen battles, while the enemy is desperately trying to drain your physical energy. Why would he work so hard to keep you exhausted? Because a tired warrior forgets their own strength. He wants you so focused on paying bills and surviving that you forget your celestial identity. You are a generational cycle breaker. There is a reason why everything feels so difficult right now. It is not an accident. I will show you exactly why the enemy is terrified of you in just a moment. But first, you must understand the value of what you hold inside, because you were born with a specific frequency. It is a spiritual signature that makes hell tremble. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere literally shifts. People either love you instantly or hate you without reason. You are a celestial being operating in enemy territory. The world tried to label you as too sensitive or too intense, but your sensitivity is actually high-level discernment. You can read a room instantly. You detect lies before people even open their mouths. If this resonates with your spirit, type 777 in the comments below as a sign of your agreement with heaven. The world told you that your exhaustion was a medical issue. They told you to work harder and push through the pain. But pushing through is a physical response to a spiritual attack, and you cannot fight a spiritual thief with physical effort. The enemy has spent years trying to put your original genius frequency to sleep. This is what science calls the decline effect. It slowly turns off your divine connection. I am naming this early because I refuse to build fake mystery just to sell you something at the end. Let me be completely direct about what is coming. What we just discussed has a specific physical tool for restoration. Dr. Robert Lake spent decades researching this exact phenomenon, and he discovered that you can physically turn that divine frequency back on. He created a specific audio protocol called the Genius Song. This tool uses advanced brain entrainment to bypass the earthly noise. It directly reactivates your dormant gamma brainwave in just 7 minutes a day. Some of you already feel the pull in your spirit. If your intuition tells you this is the key, the door is waiting for you in the pinned comment. But please do not rush. I want you to stay for the full message so you understand exactly what you are fighting, because the choice is always yours. For those staying with me, let us go deeper into the truth. You need to know exactly how the enemy convinced you to hide your gift. The devil does not want to fight you when you are fully awake, because he knows he would lose instantly. So he created a system designed to make you voluntarily surrender your power. He tricked you into making hidden agreements with limitation and poverty. He used the people closest to you to plant seeds of doubt. He used your own kindness against you. You became an emotional sponge for everyone else. You healed them while you bled out in silence. But heaven is calling an end to this cycle today, and the season of your hidden preparation is officially closing. Your season of public elevation is activating right now. pay close attention to what follows. I am going to expose the exact lie you have been believing about your finances. We are going to break the hidden agreement of limitation. You are not meant to struggle for survival. You are the plan itself. God formed the plan around your specific frequency, and the trillion-dollar gift inside you is about to be unlocked. Do not let your mind wander as we step into this revelation. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. You look at your bank account and feel a deep sense of shame. You wonder why someone with so much spiritual value is struggling to pay basic bills. The world tells you it is a lack of effort. But let me reframe your reality right now. Your current poverty is not a spiritual punishment. It is actually a highly protected divine crucible. God intentionally hid your trillion-dollar gift under the heavy cloak of earthly struggle. Why would heaven do something like this to you? Because if your wealth matched your spiritual power right now, the enemy would have destroyed you completely. You were surrounded by dangerous energy vampires. These are people who only wanted to extract your light for their own selfish gain. The enemy sent counterfeit friends and toxic partners into your life to monitor your progress. They disguised themselves as victims who desperately needed your help. And because you are an emotional sponge, you poured your sacred oil into their broken vessels. You gave them all of your precious time. You freely gave them your hard-earned money. But they were never meant to travel to your next dimension. Heaven had to dry up your resources to force those parasites to leave your table. Your financial drought was actually a massive spiritual firewall. It was the only way to separate you from the false connections that were holding you back. When the money stopped flowing, the true motives of everyone around you were completely exposed. You were never truly abandoned by the Creator. You were simply being insulated for your own protection. I need you to hear what the Spirit actually says about this painful moment. Look closely at the greatest spiritual leaders in history. Joseph had the gift of prophecy, but he spent years sitting in a dark prison. David had the royal anointing, but he had to hide in silent caves while a mad king hunted him down. These great men were not failing in their missions. They were secretly being forged in the deep dark. Their isolation was the exact environment required to build their inner architecture. And this brings us to a profound truth about your own season of silence. You thought your silence meant you were losing the battle. You thought it was a moment of absolute weakness. But your restraint was actually the most lethal blow you have ever dealt to the enemy. The devil completely thrives on your negative emotional reaction, and he creates chaos because he wants you to panic and step out of alignment. But when you chose peace instead of war, you starved his demonic assignments. Your quiet obedience became a weapon of mass destruction in the unseen realm. He threw everything at you, and you simply stood still. That perfect stillness absolutely terrifies him to his core. You survived the wilderness when you were completely broken. You extended grace when they deserved your absolute anger. Heaven watched you make these impossible choices while surrounded by deep darkness. You demonstrated the very quality that makes you a generational cycle breaker, and you are proving that you can handle the heavy weight of true glory. The years you spent alone were when your spiritual foundation was finally poured. Heaven was preparing your nervous system for a supernatural acceleration. Because when the wealth finally hits your life, it will not come as a slow trickle. It will come as a massive flood that instantly wipes out decades of stolen time. But the enemy knows this flood is rapidly approaching. He is launching one final desperate attack against your mind right now. He wants you to believe that you are a permanent victim of circumstance. He wants you to complain and curse the very process that is saving your life. Please do not fall for this incredibly cheap illusion. You are standing on the edge of a massive timeline shift, and the hidden preparation phase is finally over. You have apologized for your power long enough. You have shrunk yourself to fit into rooms that were never designed to hold your incredible magnitude. The enemy convinced you that your intense light was a burden, but today that toxic lie burns to the ground. You were never meant to be tamed by this ordinary world. You were meant to be completely trusted by heaven. You are a demonstrated spiritual warrior of light. Hit that like button right now, not for this channel, but so this exact message can reach another chosen one who is struggling in the dark. Someone out there needs to know that their poverty is just a temporary disguise. They need to hear that they are not going crazy. Share this truth and send a powerful signal to the universe. We have exposed the outside forces that tried to break you. But here is where it goes much deeper, and this is the part no one wants to say out loud. There is an ultimate blocker standing between you and your trillion-dollar gift. Stay with me, because what I am about to share next will break the cycle permanently. You have been fighting the wrong enemy for years. It is happening inside your own subconscious mind. Prepare your spirit right now for the ultimate divine revelation. We are about to tear down the final wall. You thought the enemy was only outside of you, and you blamed the energy vampires for your bad luck. But the greatest trick the devil ever played was making you your own worst enemy. He planted a hidden agreement of limitation deep inside your subconscious mind. You are actually terrified of your own immense power. Deep down, you know exactly what you are capable of achieving, but you are afraid that if you step fully into your trillion-dollar gift, you will be completely alone and misunderstood. You shrink yourself so other people feel comfortable around your intense light. That is pure self-sabotage. And that is exactly how you keep your own spiritual wealth locked away. It is time to stop apologizing for the massive space you take up. The trillion-dollar gift inside you is not a cute metaphor. It is a literal biological and spiritual frequency. Science calls it the gamma brainwave, but heaven calls it your original divine design. You were born with this high-level frequency fully active. As a child, you were brilliant and deeply connected, but the modern world slowly turned it off to keep you controllable. Remember 30 minutes ago when I first mentioned a specific physical tool for restoration? Now it is time to walk through exactly what it does, because taking back your gamma wave is the ultimate act of spiritual rebellion. You are a chosen one. You were never meant to operate on frequencies of fear. Let me tell you about a 51-year-old provider. He was unemployed for 2 long years after his company downsized, and his brilliant mind suffered from severe chronic brain fog. He walked into interviews and simply could not find the right words. His nervous system was completely stuck in chronic stress. But he decided to physically turn his frequency back on. Within 11 days of listening, he received a massive job offer. It was a significantly better position than his old one. The change did not happen on his printed resume. The change happened inside his own mind, because his brain fog completely lifted and his clarity returned. When you reactivate your original frequency, the heavy doors of opportunity suddenly swing open. Scientists at MIT and Princeton have studied this brain entrainment technology for decades. They confirmed that you can bypass the earthly noise and wake up your dormant genius before it is too late. I know you have tried everything else already. You tried deep meditation and positive affirmations. You tried to force your mind to stay calm while your reality was falling apart. Those earthly methods failed because they require your tired brain to change itself from the inside. This audio protocol works differently. It changes your frequency directly from the outside, and it restores your natural baseline without requiring physical effort. I would never disrespect your financial situation, and I know that spending money requires serious thought. But you must understand the true massive cost of staying permanently stuck in the dark. Let me tell you the full story of what this tool really does. Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years developing the Genius Song. He could have sold this to elite biofeedback clinics for hundreds of dollars per session. Instead, he intentionally made it accessible to the remnant. Your divine activation requires a one-time investment of only $39. It is not a recurring subscription. It is a single courageous step forward. And Dr. Lake included 4 specific bonuses worth exactly $80 completely free. You receive the audio protocol and the complete restoration package for pennies a day. He also secured this with a guarantee. He offers a 90-day keep everything guarantee. The financial risk is entirely removed from your tired shoulders. If your spirit does not feel the beautiful shift, you receive a full refund and you keep all the free bonuses. You have absolutely nothing to lose except your heavy burdens. But the cost of waiting is incredibly high. Every day your gamma remains dormant is a loss. Every day you wait is a day you live far below your divine potential. Your future self is begging you to make this simple decision today without hesitation. I must warn you before you take any action. The enemy creates decoys to steal your focus. There are fake imitation audios on third-party websites. They do not contain the verified brain entrainment technology. Guard your spirit and only use the verified link provided. The tool to bypass the earthly noise is fully ready. Your specific protocol is waiting safely below. Step through the open door. It is located in the first line of the description and pinned in the comments. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your own miracle for another decade. Your key is waiting for you. Let us bring everything we just discovered into perfect crystal focus. You were born with a brilliant gamma frequency that connected you directly to divine power. The modern world slowly turned that frequency off to keep you constantly tired. Your poverty and your exhaustion were never your personal fault. They were simply the symptoms of a stolen spiritual asset. But now you have the exact physical key to turn it back on, and you must use it before the enemy tries to distract you again. You do not have to fight the battles of everyone around you anymore. The heavy rusted armor you have worn for years can finally fall to the ground. God is stepping in to fight your enemies for you now. His absolute victory is completely final and unquestionable. The exhausted watchman is finally allowed to rest in peace. You can stop explaining your pure heart to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, because your quiet silence is now your ultimate impenetrable shield. The massive shift has already begun in the unseen spiritual realm. I am speaking this powerful prophecy directly over your life right now. Within the next 72 hours, you are going to experience a monumental breakthrough. The heavy fog surrounding your tired mind will suddenly evaporate. People who ignored your incredible value will suddenly seek out your deep wisdom. Opportunities that were blocked for years will effortlessly swing wide open, and the wealth you always deserved will finally find its way into your hands. You will notice synchronicities aligning in your everyday life. The universe will start speaking to you in a language you understand. Financial provision will come from completely unexpected directions. The energy vampires will automatically distance themselves from your light. You will never have to push them away, because your new frequency will naturally repel their toxic intentions. Your environment is being actively purified by heaven. You are not just doing this for your own personal comfort. You are breaking a heavy curse for your entire family line. You permanently change the spiritual DNA of your children. The poverty that plagued your ancestors stops right here with you. You are building a legacy of absolute abundance and profound peace. The severe trauma of the past has no authority over your future, and you will leave a lasting mark of prosperity on this earth. When you step through the door and claim your audio protocol, something else will happen. The system may show you another page that looks like a new offer. Do not be surprised or defensive when you quickly see it. It is actually the second door of your deep spiritual journey. You only need a few seconds to carefully evaluate this next step. Both choices are completely respected by heaven, and your initial activation remains absolutely secure, no matter what path you decide to take today. When the next phase of your restoration reveals itself, you will simply recognize it. The invitation will feel incredibly precise to your specific, unique situation. Trust that deep inner recognition when it suddenly happens. You will not need to deliberate, because your soul already knows the true path. But for now, we must focus on sealing your current deliverance. We must permanently lock this beautiful new reality into your spiritual foundation, so the enemy can never steal your joy ever again. Place your right hand over your heart right now. Close your eyes and speak these words out loud with me. I release the heavy burden I was never meant to carry. I break every agreement with poverty and fear. I am a chosen warrior of light. I am taking back my powerful frequency today. My long season of painful preparation is over. I step fully into my destiny with unshakable confidence, and I claim everything written in my name. Speak it one more time with absolute unshakable authority. My mind is completely clear, and my spirit is finally awake. The endless wealth of heaven flows freely into my open hands. I am no longer a tragic victim of terrible circumstance. I am the sovereign architect of my brand new reality. Heaven has officially activated my next chapter of intense prosperity. Type, "I am ready" in the comments below as a physical sign of your spiritual obedience, and seal this prophetic word forever. This is not a random internet video you found by accident today. This is a sacred covenant moment beautifully ordained by the Creator. I need you to subscribe to this chosen channel immediately. Turn on all notifications so you do not miss the next divine instruction. Heaven is not done speaking directly to your open heart. You cannot afford to miss the vital prophetic warnings coming in the next few days, so keep your spirit firmly anchored to this frequency. If these words healed your exhausted soul, I deeply invite you to act. If the Spirit leads you today, sow a small seed of true faith. Use the Super Thanks button to actively support this important message. Your generous seed keeps this intense light shining for other chosen ones. It vastly accelerates the massive divine harvest in your own life. Step confidently into your new timeline, because the darkness is finally gone and your brilliant light has permanently returned.